For more videos and problems like this for Intro to Financial Management 301, you can check out Sarai Studies, link in the description box below. When do we know how to use these shortcuts? Well, let's find out when we don't. This problem is the one from last time. So if you're explicitly given different amount of cash flows, then you already know it's going to be none of these cases. This is just going to be one where you'll be discounting one by one, because the only way you can have different amount of payments being made is if they give you one amount and then they say, okay, it's going to grow by a certain growth rate. So it grows by a certain amount. It's not just random where they say, okay, 300 one year, 500 and 700, and then 900. So this is none of the shortcuts. Now, when can you use the shortcuts? Well, it depends on two things: the times, the number of years that the payments are being made, and also the amount of rates that they give you. For example, I can already tell you if I see one rate, it has to be one of these. If I see two rates, it's going to be some sort of growing special case. So it can't be any of these. Why? Because growing means that the amount of cash flows that they give you is growing by a certain rate. So they have to give you that other rate, that growth rate. If not, then it's just same amount of money every single year. Now, why do I think of time as N? Well, N stands for the number of years that the payments are going to be made. Annuity also has N. So if N exists, it's a finite number. You have a finite number of years that you're going to paid, then it's going to be an annuity. If it doesn't exist, so in other words, the payments are just going to go on forever, it's going to be a perpetuity. Here I see one rate, so I know it's going to be one of the single ones. An investment pays you $100 a year forever. So forever, it's going to be a perpetuity. So the number of years that I'm getting paid is not finite. There is no certain amount of years. It's just infinity. Infinity is not a number. So because there's no N for annuity, then it can't be an annuity. So the only thing left is a perpetuity. Here I see one rate, so I know it's going to be one of these. And it says that an investment pays you $100 a year for 30 years. So N, the number of years that I'm going to get paid, is 30. N exists, it's a finite number of years. So N for annuity, it's going to be an annuity. Here I see two rates, so I already know it's going to be some sort of growing special case, so it can't be any of these. And then if you read, an investment pays you $100 for the first year and then grows by 4% per year forever. So the number of years that this investment is paying you is not finite. There is no N number of years. It just goes on forever to infinity. So because there is no N, because infinity is not a number, then it can't be an annuity because N is for annuity. So it would just have to be a growing perpetuity. Here I see two rates, so I already know it's going to be some sort of growing special case. And I read, an investment pays you $100 for the first year and then grows by 4% per year for 30 years. So N is equal to 30. So the amount of years that this investment is paying me is finite and exists. So N for annuity, so it's going to be a growing annuity. And that's how you identify which special case to use. And in the next video, we're actually going to do these problems, except this one because I already did this one in the previous video. I'll see you in the next.